Hi, in this video, we're going to talk about data mappers in Omni Studio. Okay, let's get started. So data mappers are a mapping tool that enables us to read, transform, and write data to Salesforce. In simple terms, it's nothing but it's a tool that executes SQL queries like in traditional programming that we have. All right, actually, let's jump in and see how it works. All right, so we have a contact here in Salesforce, Mrs. Rose. So we're going to make a data wrapper that extracts this contact for us from Salesforce without writing any code. So it's basic data mapper has no code. All right, so this is the data mapper that we have, extract account, but it's basically extracting contact. So yeah, we pass in the name of the contact, Rose, and then when we execute, it'll bring the contact for us. See how it works. So it just extracts contact. We pass in the object that we want to extract, that's contact, where the name is something like the name variable that we have here. So yeah, we'll see all of this in detail, but in simple terms, this is what a data mapper does. Right? Yeah, so why do we use data mappers? Main advantage of using a data mapper is less maintenance and easy to implement. Like we could do all of this same things through an Apex class as well, but this is a lot more time consuming to build and a lot more maintenance. So that is why we use data mappers, which helps us avoid all of that time and maintenance. Types of data mappers that we have. So we have 4 different types of data mappers. A Datamapper Turbo Extract, which is used to just extract one single object from Salesforce, and a Datamapper Extract, which we can use to extract more than one Salesforce object, and a Load, which is used to save and update data into Salesforce, and a Transform, which basically manipulates data in the format that we want, from JSON to XML, or maybe a JSON format that is expected in the down systems. Yeah, so this is the basic description of how a data mapper works and what a data mapper is in Omni Studio. We'll look at in detail in the upcoming video. Hi, in this video, we're going to talk about Datamapper Turbo Extract, the data mapper that is used for extracting Salesforce data from a single object. So what we can do with this data mapper is we could filter based on any of the fields of that one object and return fields of that object and any related objects to that object that we are querying. What are the advantages of using a data mapper? Is it's a very simple configuration to build, and its performance at runtime is way better than our Datamapper Extract. And let's jump into a demo and see how it really works in real time. Okay, so we're going to build a data mapper that extracts contact's name, email, account name, and account phone number. So the account is the account that's associated with this contact. So let's go and build one. So we'll call it contact extract turbo data mapper, and the type is going to be turbo extract, and the input type JSON, output type JSON, and the options we have here is JSON, XML, or custom. Custom is basically an custom input class that we can build and pass that there, but we're going to use it as JSON, and the output is similar JSON and a custom type. Okay, so here in the Turbo Extract data mapper, we have 3 tabs: Extract, Options, and Preview tab. Extract tab is where we would actually build the query. Okay, the Options tab is where we would configure the time to live in minutes, cache, and all of that. We won't see this in this video, but we'll see this in another advanced video on how we can use this tab. And the Preview tab is where we could run this data mapper to test and see if the data mapper works as expected. And here on the right, we see a Debug Log tab where we see the logs of this query that is going to be executed, and if there are any errors, we'd see it here. All right, let's go back to the extract tab. This is where we select object that we want to extract. In our case, it's going to be contact. So contact, and extract output path is what we want to call this variable. So in our case, we could just call it contact again, and we're going to filter based on its name, where name we'll keep it like instead of equal, so anything close to that name, fuzzy match with whatever we pass here would work. And here we'll add a contact name. So this is a variable that will come in from the input of this data map. All right, we'll look at that. And here we want to extract the name of the contact, email of the contact, and the name of the account related to this contact. So we'll go back to the related object field and choose contact account, and here we look for name. So there'll be account's name and account's phone number, and in the preview we'll give it an input that we wanted to. That was a contact name. Let's give it a Rose. There we go, we get contact with the name Rose. And as we used like, we could even try this RO, and we'll get 2 contact. And in the debug logs, we can see the query that was executed to get that data, and there's no error, so we don't see anything here. So yeah, this is a short video on how a Datamapper Extract Turbo works.